Everyone, I'm Sudarshini Prasanna, and today I'd like to talk to you as a person who's aspiring to work in the medical field in the future, a high school student, and someone who's pretty much just interested in what's going on currently with the coronavirus. So today I'll be presenting to you some of the data I gathered from the internet just because I was curious about chloroquine, which is a widely debated um, topic right now during this coronavirus crisis. So let's get started. What's the debate about? Right now, medical professionals around the world are debating on whether chloroquine or its derivative, hydroxychloroquine, can be administered to COVID-19 patients. So hydroxychloroquine is also, it varies a little in composition, but it's also similar to chloroquine. And they are wondering whether administering it can be administered to COVID-19 patients. So how did all of this get started? How did this debate get started? And how did they even find out that chloroquine could be a potential treatment? That's in a 2005 report. And this report outlined the effectiveness of this drug on lab rats. So lab rats infected with the SARS-CoV virus, which is not the current strain we have. The current strain we have right now is SARS-CoV-2. They go under the coronavirus group, but the one we have right now is different. So these are lab rats that had SARS-CoV-1. So this report outlined its effectiveness on those lab rats. So that's why it started to become considered. So chloroquine might work because is known to interfere with the reproducibility of the virus, and this is in two ways. The first way is viruses typically need a acidic environment to thrive in. So chloroquine has an alkaline composition, so it can prevent this virus from entering the cells due to its alkalinity. So there's three levels on the pH scale. There's acidic, there's neutral, and there's alkaline. So at this point, chloroquine is higher on the pH scale. It's alkaline, and therefore it can make the environment unsuitable for the virus, so it can't enter and reproduce in the cells. The second way is it could also prevent the virus from interfering with the angiotensin converting enzyme 2. So this enzyme works as a receptor and it resides on primate and human cells. And this receptor is over here in this diagram. So SARS-CoV-2, which is the current strain they're showing in this diagram, it has spikes. So this spike pretty much gets into the receptor, it injects the receptor, and therefore transferring some chemicals that just make the receptor go haywire, and therefore even the cell inside becomes haywired, allowing the virus to enter the cell. So that's how angiotensin converting enzyme 2 could play a role in this coronavirus, and the chloroquine could actually prevent angiotensin converting enzyme 2 from being affected. So ACE versus ACE2, I just wanted to clarify this because what is ACE2 and is it the same thing as ACE, which is angiotensin converting enzyme? So both of these enzymes are part of the renin-angiotensin system, also known as the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, just the same thing, same system. And this system deals a lot with blood vessels and vasoconstriction. So ACE promotes vasoconstriction, and vasoconstriction is the narrowing of blood vessels. So that's going to be the constriction of blood vessels. And due to the constriction of blood vessels, the blood pressure increases and so does the body temperature. So ACE2 counteracts ACE. So it's going to dilate blood vessels. It's going to decrease blood pressure and decrease body temperature. So ACE2 is shown over here. And if anything goes wrong with ACE2, the blood pressure is going to increase and body temperature is going to increase, and even heart damage is a possible complication that could occur. Now, researchers are investigating as a complication of the current strain of coronavirus. So what's the other side of the debate? So why are other researchers and medical professionals thinking that it's not a very good idea to start administering to COVID-19 patients? And this is because the drug is not approved and it's not a proven treatment. And there is no randomized placebo-controlled trial of hydroxychloroquine for COVID treatments. So there's a lot of various risks in administering chloroquine to patients at this point. So this is the debate that's going on, and I hope all of you got a little bit of an insight about the whole coronavirus debate right now, and a part of a coronavirus debate, and that's chloroquine. And I hope to make more videos like this so I can explain from a high school student perspective a little bit about what's going on. And thanks so much for watching.